Welcome to Old Militarist Video TV, and we're lifelong Catholics. And what we do is all for free, and for our love of Jesus Christ, and for our Holy Mother, the Church, and we'll defend our Holy Mother, the Church. Today we're coming back at you with another program for Artsakh and Armenia and everything going on. News that broke last night on what's going on over there. Then we'll get into the woman in charge of the USAID department, and why she isn't giving any attention, isn't helping Armenian Christians at all. So let's get to the news of the day. This is from the Twitter account Armenian Lives. They write, Aliyev let it slip. He admitted that the road is closed. If you want it to be open, become citizens of Azerbaijan. Everyone else leave. Agitprop talks day and night about the open road and show the cars of the ICRC. Aliyev openly says that the road for Armenians of Artsakh are closed. Then they write again. Tomorrow he might say, accept the Muslim faith, then we will open the road, or any other new requirements. There is only one term for all of this, terrorism. Therefore, Azerbaijan is a terrorist state. Yes, it is. Then another one from them. Briefly about today's bright animation of Aliyev. It acknowledges that the statement dated November 9, 2020 doesn't contain the phrase Zangir Corridor. The corridor project is strategic for Baku, and whether Armenia wants it or not will be implemented, he said. Aliyev said that Baku's proposal for a peace treaty with Yerevan will be on the table for some time, and then they don't want the elimination, which means that the border will pass where we see fit, and stressed that this year will be the last chance. Then again, Aliyev said that Baku's proposal for a peace treaty, but yeah, okay. I hate when Twitter repeats itself when I'm getting the last tweet. So the final tweet from them. According to him, Baku has no plans to start a new war with Armenia. At the same time, he stated that Baku will stop the threats coming from Armenia. And next one from Gil Lachini. Artsakh Armenians, 120,000 of them, without resources for over 30 days now. International Criminal Court. This is outrageous. Azerbaijan supplies the EU, but denies Armenians in the region. Aliyev colluding with Erdogan are war criminals, no different from Slobodan Milosevic. Doublespeak is normalization. From Lily Ray. The humanitarian crisis is worsening in Artsakh. Schools are being closed as 30,000 kids stay trapped in a blockade organized by Azerbaijan citizens. Enough is enough. Then from Vic Jeremy. Arden Nazin sold Artsakh for personal political gain, too. He cited political considerations for not signing a letter to Mayor Bass that other officials signed. He's campaigning for LACD2 and condemns Armenian activists for demonstration. And then points out, this is Biden's Armenian genocide. While Azerbaijan, Turkey, and Russia are directly killing Armenians, USA is doing so by funding and enabling Azerbaijan's genocidal regime. by sending over to Azerbaijan $100 million of U.S. taxpayer annually. And from Artsakh Beglerling. Anything to say about this racism and genocidal policy of one of the most dictatorial regimes of the world? He's going in at MC. You have responsibility to prevent new crimes against humanity, especially with such early warning signs. Agnes Calamard. What would you do if your family is there? And another one from Gagem Stefan. Amnesty International are okay with the blockade of 120,000 people of Artsakh, Nagorno-Karabakh by Azerbaijan. A month has passed and we are on the verge of humanitarian disaster, and no word from you. And another great article written by David A. Enderman for France 24. And the headline he put at the Twitter, so excuse me. Why doesn't NATO simply expel Turkey? Erdogan has already become effectively a Putin stooge. Exactly. Armin Grigorian. I believe she's there on the ground in Artsakh. You can see a video that she did. Rolling blackouts in Artsakh, Nagorno-Karabakh due to Azerbaijani sabotage of the high voltage lines transmitting energy from Armenia. Azerbaijan refuses access to the incapacitated stretch in the Agno-Barzar section controlled by Azerbaijan for necessary fixing. Another one, Nara. I keep thinking about all the expecting mothers, breastfeeding mothers, newborns, all 30,000 children of Artsakh, for whom balanced nutrition and diet are the most important for healthy growth and survival. Yeah. And we get into the meat of the thing. Dear Powers USAID. Why isn't USAID helping Artsakh by launching an airlift to Stefankirk Airport and pre-positioning emergency relief supplies in Armenia for immediate delivery as soon as Azerbaijan lifts its blockade? Hashtag Artsakh tweet. Now the article below is from why George Soros is funding USAID is from 2017, but his Open Society is still funding them, so USAID is connected to George Soros 100%. Now, who is Samantha Powers? If you're going to allow this to happen to my fellow Armenians, I will go on the warpath with what I can do. Expose every rotten, evil SOB, letting it happen. Samantha Jane Power, born September 21st, 1970. Powers was born in London, the daughter of Irish parents Vera Delaney and nephrologist. In a field hockey international, Jim Power, a dentist and piano player. Raised in Ireland until she was 9, Powers lived in the Dublin district of Castleknock, middle school and Mount Anville Montesson Junior School, Goatstown, Dublin, until her mother immigrated to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in 1979. She attended Lakeside High School in Atlanta, Georgia. where she was a member of the cross-country team and the basketball team. She subsequently received her BA degree in history from Yale University, where she was a member of Aurelian Honor Society. Now, there is nothing honorable about that honor society. It is as dark and dirty of a secret society as the founding secret society, Skull and Bones. They are connected. In her JD degree from Harvard Law. In 1993, at the age of 23, she became a U.S. citizen. Right off the bat, she worked for the Globalists of the Carnegie Endowment as a researcher for Carnegie's then president Martin Immelbrits. From 93 to 96, she worked as a war correspondent covering the Yugoslav wars for the U.S. News and World Report, the Boston Globe, The Economist, and the New Republic. Once she returned to the United States, she attended Harvard Law, receiving her JD in 1999. The following year, her first edited work, Realizing Human Rights, Moving from Inspiration to Impact, edited with Graham Allison, was published. Her first book, A Problem from Hell, American Age of Genocide, grew out of a paper she wrote while attending law school. It helped create the flame. It helped create a doctrine of responsibility to protect. The book won the Pulitzer Prize for general nonfiction. Another Mason Award, and the J. Anthony Lucas Book Prize. In 2003, her other books include Chasing the Flame, Sergio Vela de Mello, and The Fight to Save the World, Unique American, Richard Holbrooke in the World, co-edited with Derek Chollet, and The Education of an Idealist, a memoir. In 2004, was named Time magazine as one of the most influential people in the world that year. And in 2007, she began writing a regular column for Time. She started to work for the CIA in 2007. How sweet. When I say that, folks, I mean back in the days before and during the Second Vatican Council, we learned that Time Inc. is connected and part of the CIA, is the founders of the CIA's international branch. Howard spent 2005 and 6 working in the office of U.S. Senator Barack Obama as a foreign policy fellow, where she was credited with sparking and directing Obama's interest in the Darfur conflict. She then served as senior foreign policy advisor to Obama's 2008 presidential campaign, but resigned during the primaries. In 2009, President Obama appointed her to the position of National Security Council. In 2013, appointed her as U.S. Ambassador to the United Nations, a cabinet rank position. So, and let's see here. Shoot. Wait, she did stuff with the Weekly Standard. Another CIA front. Oh boy. And so she's, working with the Clintons, Susan Rice. And yes, here we go. Howard's advocacy of humanitarian intervention has been criticized for being tenuous and militaristic, for answering a problem from hell with a solution from hell. Furthermore, her advocacy of deploying the United States Armed Forces to combat human rights abuses have been criticized as running contrary to the idea that the main purpose of the military is for national defense. It has been argued that Power's humanitarian idealism faded after she entered the State Department and began associating both professionally and personally with hardline realists like Henry Kissinger. And there we go, folks. Mr. Mass Murderer himself, Henry Kissinger. So we have Skull and Bones, connected secret society at Yale she is part of. Worked for Time, CIA front, CIA itself. Working with the Carnegie Endowment, another globalist front that controls a lot of things about our country. Then working personally with Henry Kissinger, the madman, mass murderer himself. Yeah, there is no way she is going to help Armenia or Artsakh. So what can we do to help Artsakh right now? Well, there's a donation for food and clothing. A tweet I put on my previous show pages for these shows. You can do that. You can donate there. If you're in the United States, I know it's a long shot. You get anybody who's supposed to be representing us to hear us, write them, email them, go and visit them if they allow visitors. Uh, to the LA Clippers and any other sports teams who wants to have an Armenian night, or please include Artsakh and please include all the news about the blockade and do fundraisers there, folks. I mean, 70,000 butts in the seats can raise a good little bit of uh, funding for the people in Artsakh. The famous ones who are in LA who are, filthy rich can buy cars people can just only dream about. How about instead of buying a new car every day, use that funding to fund relief projects to go into Artsakh? There was an Armenian who came from Los Angeles, and this is the type of Armenian we need. Let me get to my page on him. Those Armenians in Los Angeles or the California area Your inspiration should not be Kardashians who use it to help their vanity, to help their horrible, sinful lifestyle. No, your inspiration should be the holy martyr, Garo Kachizhan, the man who was bringing humanitarian aid relief during the first war. He saw troops of Armenian soldiers going the opposite way. He called out to them, "What's going on?" He left his fiancée to go defend the homeland. Used his own money to fund an amazing military unit, the Crusaders. Those Armenians in Los Angeles, this is your inspiration on who to follow. Armenia, Artsakh would be better off with thousands of men, women who followed in Garo Kashizhin's footsteps. It is what Armenia and Artsakh need right now. So if you're super wealthy, super rich, that can buy any fancy sports car any time of the day, don't buy no more sports cars, no more fancy mansions. One sports car is plenty. One fancy mansion's plenty. Use that wealth that God has given you and blessed you with to help the Armenians and people and the Armenians and Artsakh. Come to their aid. Come to the defense. Enough is enough. This is our military strategy signing off. That's full.